Okay, to be honest, gang, I didn't have my camera all week, so didn't film any video content or whatever of me yapping. Outside of me not having my camera, I also just didn't have time, bro. This week was hell. Like, when I tell you, I just had so much stuff to do. I had school on top of work, on top of rehearsals, on top of like creative planning, so like filming content and stuff, and meetings for very exciting upcoming things, and just a bunch of stuff happening at one time, which is like, you know, that's good. The girls want to stay busy and whatnot, but I am tired. Like, I literally had a little mini crash out on, what day was that? Was that Thursday? Whatever day that was. Yeah, that was Thursday, because I went to my 9:30 class, and then I got in my car, and I literally just started crying. Like, bro, I got so overwhelmed and was just exhausted. And it's like growing pains. I feel like I'm in a period of life right now that is very much a pressure cooker. And I am very, very appreciative of that and grateful for all of the great things that are coming my way. At the same time, I am reminiscing on the days where it was a little bit slower than what is happening right now. I'm managing my time, but also figuring out how to be a lot more intentional with the time that I'm spending, not just with other people, but with myself too, and like not overextending myself for people, and not trying to I'm just learning how to be a better person to me, for me, so that I could be the best version of me for other people. And I think that sometimes that gets lost in me trying to go out of my way to make sure that people know, like, I'm here for you, I got you, I love you, I want to spend time with you. And like, my friends know this, like the people around me know this. I just get so caught up in my head sometimes because I feel like I'm not doing enough. And that is simply not the case half the time, especially because I feel like sometimes I have the habit of creating relationships that are unequally yoked because of my own habits of giving, and not just setting a boundary or standard for what I am realistically able to give in a certain capacity, but then also like what I need from other people. So I feel like sometimes that gets lost in translation, and then I just end up feeling used sometimes, but that's not necessarily the case half the time. Like, yes, there are people that are out there that are going to use your light and your ability to give and your capacity to love and use that for their own benefit and take that for granted. But I don't think I have people in my life like that. I think everybody wants me to be better. I think everyone wants me to succeed, and I think I do just attract sometimes very outgoing and very bold people that do take up a lot of space differently than I do. A lot of friends in my life are very extroverted, but they're also people that take over spaces very loudly, where I am a person that takes over spaces very quietly. And so I think that's why I have these dynamics where they work because of that, but they also can be detrimental sometimes because of that as well. And so I think I'm just managing myself more, I guess, in relation to my boundaries, but then also how I come off to people and how I approach a room, because I think the quietness that I hold within myself is usually, it's like really my choice. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm just like, I'm kind of made that way, but also I can be loud when I want to. It's just like, if someone else is being louder, then I don't have to do that. Like, the space is already filled, so I'm never like a space overfiller. But I think I'm just balancing out like what that means to me in terms of my own personality and how I can, you know, just become a more outward version of myself. You know, just take up a lot more space. And it's funny because I guess this is gonna be the chat for Sunday, a little car talk. Is this still recording? Yeah, she's on. You know what, Right, okay. So I was talking about taking up space. Right now in classes, I'm taking this class called the Alexander Technique, and it's basically about posture and you know, the proper way to hold your body per se. Not that there's like any one right way, because everybody's bodies are different, but like understanding the importance of alignment and how to channel a more upward motion within yourself rather than dragging. And in my case, I shuffle my feet when I walk. Most of my friends know this. We were just unpacking that in class, and someone said something very profound, which was the fact that like it might be due to the fact that I am afraid to take up space sometimes. That sent me on a whole emotional spiral, because one, like, of course I don't like to take up space, not necessarily because I don't think I deserve it, but also I don't want to be obnoxious. I don't want to be annoying. I don't want to be the loudest person in the room half the time, because I also don't like a lot of attention. I don't like a lot of perception. But then on top of that, I feel like it goes even deeper than that, because as us black people know, generational trauma lives within our bodies. And I feel like as a black woman, I am always afraid to take up space, because I don't want to be intimidating, or I don't want to offend anyone by just being who I am. And the reality of it is that even if I decide to take up as little space as possible, I'm gonna piss off whoever I'm gonna piss off regardless, because I'm black. Like, people are gonna be mad that I'm a black woman in any space I go into, because that's their choice. That doesn't have anything to do with me. And so unpacking that for me was more so like, what am I being quiet for? And it's like, I can be quiet by choice, I can be loud by choice, but it's not dictated by anyone else. If you're offended by me taking up space, that's too bad. Because at the end of the day, nobody owns the space that we're even in. We don't own this earth, we don't own this world. We barely even know what we're doing here ourselves. So who are you to determine what the hell I need to do with my space and my voice and my presence and existence as a black woman? Duh. Like, come on. Oh, I gotta get over like right now. Also, y'all, don't record and drive. Like, it's just not really the safest thing to do. And I know people are probably looking at me on the road right now, and they're like, girl, okay, you're just gonna get over it, and you're not gonna let me get over. So that's fine, but I literally have to get over here. Like I was saying, it's just important to not let people determine how much space you take up, especially for my black girls out there. Just be loud and proud and sit up and have people stare at you, because at the end of the day, black girl magic. Even though I really want to stop the rhetoric that black people are just these ethereal magical beings, because then it sets this precedent of like, oh, they're otherworldly, nothing can touch them, nothing can harm them, and that's just really not true. So I think it's important to like, okay, you're not gonna let me get over. So, but I also understand that like, I just, you know, I'm that girl. Bro, anyway, I have to go perform now at this show. Hopefully I can do something with this video. I'll try to get something on my way to the airport. I'm going home to Chicago tomorrow. So when you watch this video Sunday, I will be in Chicago when you watch this. So that'll be great. I'm going for my uncle's birthday. He's 50 years old. He has Down syndrome, and the doctors literally told him that he was not gonna live long. Did you hear me say he's 50? So we're finna go turn up. Like, man, family over everything, always. Anyway, yeah, let me lock in. I gotta go, but bye.